is always a search for balance. And imbalance, will push a child to do whatever that child can do to balance their body. There was a child at one of the schools that I worked at who used to tell the principal that he wanted to ride his bike before he came in the classroom in a circle. And they said, well, you need to get into the classroom. You don't have time for that. So what they did is they asked that child not to do it. Well, every time he didn't do it, he came into the classroom and he could not self-regulate. He could not control himself and he could not focus. What was he doing? What was he doing when he was riding the bike?
Regulating, balancing his balance.
He was balancing. It was the body's natural desire to balance his brain. And depending on whatever direction he was going in, that's the hemisphere of the brain. And we'll talk about hemispheres and the meaning of what happens in each hemisphere and how critical that is. I mean, if you have a left hemisphere that is fairly strong, you will be a very positive and optimistic person. But if you have a lot of activity on the right side of the hemisphere, you may actually feel depressed. And so so the body will strive. Now, I'm going to add one more piece to this. The body will strive if it can, if it physically has the capacity, if it has not been medicated or drugged. You're going to have a much tougher time for that child to experience anything in those situations.